Yo, if anyone can hear me, I should have fixed it now. Oh my, what the... Oh, this was nearly catastrophic. Okay, sorted now, fixed, saved. I think I've fixed the lag, by the way. I've streaming off a phone that actually has 5G available, but crapper video quality. We've got a mess of Barbarous here. Mess of Barbarous done. Put those back into the wine cooler. Put this into the wine cooler as well. And this as well. That's a few of them done. These are done. Can anyone hear me or? Okay, what have we got left? We've got these ones down here. Hola. How's everyone doing? I'm just hydrating these. Now this species needs the most hydration. Myrmica rubra, the red European fire ant. I mean, it looks like I'm drowning them, but I'm really not. This white tongue can get quite dry quite quick. So I get it very nice and moist for them. Was this a new live? Yeah, I've switched phones because my other phone was having a seizure apparently. I didn't want to stay connected to the Wi-Fi, and I don't have 5G on it, so I've switched. Wow. I actually don't know a single species that continues to grow rapidly, even in hibernation, like this. Entire chamber filled. There is probably 400, 500 ants in that one single chamber. That's kind of crazy. Makes sense. I was sat waiting for you to come back. Yeah. I don't know what was going on there. Oh, I forgot to hydrate this one. So I might start doing this weekly, like every Sunday, to be honest. Like as I'm feeding stuff, so you know, can connect closer with the community and whatnot. What else have we got? They're all just chilling in one chamber now. By the way, what do you think of these nests? The crafting ant is also live. Yeah, I know, but you know, am I just not meant to stream on a Sunday evening because someone else live streams as well? you make them? Yes, I did. These ones I made, if you can tell. This one I didn't, I purchased. And by the way, last time, oh my, these all look active, like the scuts do. Yeah, I made those ones. Yeah. Oh, I've done this the wrong way. ACC for the win. Yeah, I think the gypsum stuff's probably better these days, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it just really is. Holds moisture better. Like the white tongue, I don't know, it just dries out way quicker. So I guess it depends like what species you have to like what value it's gonna give you. Right, so the last two that I've got to do are up here, or three should I say. Just take these temporarily out. One second, I'll be able to show you in a second. Creative username, not gonna lie, thanks man. I actually had a rebrand because my old name I didn't think was good enough. Look at these. So I'm going to be selling this colony soon because I have Consobrinus, which in terms of coloration is more striking and bigger. So I'm kind of going to move on from these girls. I can't even remember what species name they've got. I get that it took me like 5 tries to find a name. Yeah, I was called Truthlands beforehand, so I like ran through all the different names, and AntFlix was like pretty solid. So Campanotus Fajenkoi. It actually looks quite wet in there, so I'm not even gonna hydrate those. And then the last one to do is Fuska, which again, test tubes. You'll notice that with these, I try and keep test tubes attached to them all because that's the key to like successful hibernation in my eyes, is having water and moisture available at all times. I have had number of failures of hibernation due to lack of hydration or lack of moisture within inside the formicarium. So that this time round, so far nothing's died, but we are early. But last time I tried Myrmicaruba. They're such a high humidity level kind of species, and I just simply didn't have enough water in there. I mean, I've got 2 water towers and I'm doing this twice a week, whereas last time no water towers, once a week, and yeah, they didn't make it, so I lost the colony. Dehydration is the biggest killer, not the cold. Yes, 100% dehydration. So yes, test tubes on the end of everything, and then you'll notice that I've also got water inside glasses as well, which helps maintain further humidity inside the wine cooler. I mean, look at the temp. Oh, it's gone up to 14 degrees. Right, so I'm going to speed this up now because the wine cooler is gaining temperature quickly. So let me just put these back in. And then put all these in as well. Oh, one sec, I've messed something up. No. Right, sorted. What's the species? They look adorable. Which ones? I've just shown about 15 inside here. The ones you just put back. Former Kafuska, I think, would have been the last ones. But the leaf cutters here, Atta Mexicanus. Is there a way I can become a mod or something for lives? I have no idea. This is the first live I've ever done. With 9 viewers in here. Oh! She thinking about coming out? Oh, creeping. Thinking about it. And then you'll see in the background Mr. Cricket praying for a better life. I don't have a clue what these were doing. Just ragging a Mimesia, ragging a cricket round, as you do. What else have we got? Sankt's probably looking pretty cool. Recently hydrated, so you can't see him very well. Wow, congrats, that's a lot for a first live. What, 7 viewers? Is it? What's there? What else have we got? Let's have a look. Hops. You can see that there is a couple of eggs there. 2 eggs, that's really good. But I have not seen them come out once to forage, which is concerning to say the least. Same here. These are actually doing much better, this hog colony, I think. Yeah, because if you can see, there is like 5 or 6 eggs on the side there. So yeah, they're doing objectively better. Oh, stealing from the Crafton Ant, you mean? 7 views. How many views does the Crafton Ant normally get? Hubalox, please say my user. If that's how you say user, then I've said your user. Yes, Tom, they were... Oh, right, the yellow ones, yeah. Fechenkoi or Fechenko, however you say it. Yeah, that'll be it. I have done before on TikTok and I didn't really get any views, so... Like 50. Well, I'm sure there'll be a point where I can get more than 50, but this is my first live stream. I think I'm currently on 80. I did see 60, but I don't know if that was a bug or I don't know. But yes, one we haven't looked at yet is Mexicanus. Not Atta Mexicanus, but Myrmecosisa Mexicanus. We're practically there with the first 2 repletes, but they're in early stage. I will need to get some footage of them tonight before it gets too far gone and then I'm behind on my videos. You got a really good head start in views, not gonna lie. What inspired you to stream or to keep ants? Yeah, like one or two. I mean, look, like having conversations with you guys, just a bunch of people, is a great start in my eyes. As I scale this channel up, hopefully it gets more. I mean, you can even see I'm like mid editing right now. The triple setup. Inspired you. The wife can watch Netflix. I will watch AntFlix. Exactly. To make a channel. Well, I mean, if you have a quick look at this. I mean, it would be silly for me not to make a channel and do loads of YouTube videos and a journey and whatnot. So that right there. What is your favourite colony? The hobby is amazing, very rewarding. Community is credible. Yes. What inspired me for ant keeping? Well, for the channel, yeah, like I've said, I'm glad to be in your first live. I'm glad you're in my first live, butter broking. But ants overall, I've always been fascinated. And then the channel is to provide entertainment and to really show off like the entire setup that I've got, really, and what I'm trying to build. I mean, I want to go even bigger and better than this. You know, this leaf cutter colony, I wanted to go around the entire room with extensive tubing and film the entire process and just like go the extra mile, really. And yeah, be the next big Ants Canada is the objective. If you become bigger enough, you should make your own app called AntFlix. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good shout. I'll definitely remember that. I'll consider it if I get big enough. Hey Sadie, how are you doing? You're probably seeing my I've got leaf cutters, and it's a species that's not for your average keeper. I've been told in the group chat that this is very high risk what I've got. You probably can't see the queen, but this is Atta mexicanus. So the missus doesn't know, but in the next 12 to 24 months, you know, these will be filling many pods, and I'll have extensive tubing around the entire ant room, and then I probably won't be able to keep up with them at some point. But Crafting Ant has just sent us over. Oh, is he? Am I being raided? I'm only on 7% battery and I'm gonna die in a second. One sec, I'm just grabbing my charger. I'll be back in literally a second. One second, guys. I best put my phone on charge before it dies. 6% and counting. There we go. Sorted. Collecting leaves in winter, not so fun. Well, yeah, I mean, I've got Well, Ants HQ are going to send me out the triple dandelion and rose thing soon, but I also do have the rose petals anyway, like a bag of them, and then I also have a bag of whatever this is, perhaps the dandelion leaf thing, I don't know. Hey, Crafton Ant. Crafton Ant sent me here. Thank you for the mini raid. I've got 14 views. Too much dry will mess the fungus up. Okay, that's a good point. I will, peas are good, organic broccoli. I've heard all sorts, yeah, apples, peas, cucumber, broccoli. I mean, there's loads of like bramble near me, so when the one that's on top of the current fungus is fully depleted, I will go hunting for some fresh leaves so they can get the moisture. Peas are good, organic. What is your favourite carpenters you have? My favourite carpenter has to be Conso Brian's, 100%. I mean, these are like, they get the biggest, they look the coolest. Objectively, they are just the best. I don't know, actually, I've got loads. Castaneus is like the beautiful cherry red colour. These are massive from Australia and they have like really striking colours. Nikos are nice. It's hard to say, and he averages 3 to 5. The Crafton Ants in here. As soon as it gets cold in the UK, the leaves produce a type of antifreeze, then the LC won't use them. Ah, that sounds fun. What is your largest colony? My largest colony is my Nikos. Currently at about 6,000, and they literally will cannibalise each other if they don't get fed every single day. And that is why I've got multiple of these pots in here, jelly pots, because them just killing a bunch of insects is really not enough at this point. What else? Hired ants. Pivot is good in winter, seems to add good structure to the gardens, and most is evergreenish. Yeah, I mean, look, Adam, I will be coming to you for all the leaf cutter advice during the winter and just overall, because this is the first time keeping them. So, Bramble for the win, definitely. I'm a mod for the stream that has 5k subs, decent, that sounds fun. My Nikos use is to eat the fake plants. Okay. So, I'll do a quick kind of show on the feed insects that I have, which is kind of crazy. So, currently have red runners. I need to lower this. Yeah, so trying to breed red runners, they've not successfully done anything yet, other than just slowly dying. Identifiers, leaf cutters. From Czech Republic, show me Camponotus maculatus subnudus. Alright, man, at your request, I shall show you that species. Okay, well, I've recently hydrated, so you're probably not going to see him very well, but let's see if I can zoom into. They're just chilling in there. I'm not gonna lie, I do need to clean a lot of this. I mean, you can just see the amount of dead stuff in there. Now, as any professional ant keeper would do, is you buy one of these, and then you whack a tube in the end of it, and then you put it in there. But you do suck up a few of the ants, so it is one of those. Your choice is to, hang on mate, show us the setup at the second time. The fungus should be on the plaster section, and food in the dry area now. I mean, good. I mean, I've never used this, to be honest, so I can see clay, and I'm sure like the cracks in between, you can see all the lines that has the hydration going up, whereas the other side, to me, I don't know now. You've made a good point. If I have to put my gloves back on and move these across, I'll not be happy. I do have something coming from the crafting ant to house these further, so that will be, I'll be able to move those forward. Hold on, let me just check with the comment. I got my first ant castanets 2 weeks ago from stateside ants. Currently has 6 workers, 1 pupae. Well, man, I hope that they do really well for you. Get Nico's big fast. Yeah. What's the best thing to get Nico's big fast? Just lots and lots of protein, really. Just an insane amount of protein. Do red runners run? No, they walk. Hang on, mate. Adamant, is this, am I leaf cutting wrong? Your Nico brand's colony is massive. I've never seen a colony this big. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're I think there must be about 6,000 roughly now, but they are gearing up for, they've slowed down for the last few months. I've not had to expand, and then soon, and already now, I mean, they're cannibalizing each other more than normal, and I can see a lot of pupae, so I think they're going to explode again and probably get round to the 10,000, and I think they'll cap out around there. What did you have for breakfast? Hubberlocks. What did I have for breakfast? Nothing, because I fast. Do you have Campanotus ligniperda? Yes, I do have ligniperda. I don't have the other two. What side do you hydrate, lol? Well, it's the middle bit here, which I presumably thought would, because of the cracks in this, and then there's clay in this, that this is the side of how that you have your fungus. But if I'm wrong, someone tell me. I will obviously have to move it over. The queen is underneath the leaf, by the way. What did you fungus should be on the plaster for humidity, and so it absorbs any puddles. I'm just guessing, as haven't used it. Sadie has something from Crafting Ant. That's good, thank you. Do you have Campanotus ligniperda? Yes, I do. What's the white made of? You lot are making a good point here, because now you've got me second guessing which one's which. I don't know what the white is made of, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know, but with like, look, so you see this little clay hole here thing, whatever this is, right? That's what made me think that the clay, which is the anti-fungus bit, or whatever it is, it's a good substrate. Anyway, that's obviously clearly fully underneath the cracked, like the grated bit, whatever you want to call it, so that it holds moisture, and yeah, it kind of holds the moisture within this bit. So I thought it was this bit that should post an update. Carabao diversa, no, and anything of that kind of hectic species, like, is just not for me. I don't know. I've just watched videos and they're too small, apart from obviously the super majors, and they just look really like all over the place and messy. I prefer big species. That's why I've got a 49-second short was uploaded to your channel. What? I have no clue what I'm doing on this, I'm not gonna lie. Is the watch should post an update vid on the Campanotus castanea this week if you want to check it out. And the black mesh, plaster or acrylic. Normally you don't put fungus right on the gypsum. Well, it's not on the gyps. This is like a grated bit. I mean, look, if I have to move it across to this bit, I will. But I thought with the clay circle thing bit in there, that was You're probably right then. Where are you based? I am based in the United Kingdom, Derbyshire. Team Big Ants. Why do you Solenopsis? No, you guys are listing the worst ant species ever to keep. Solenopsis, no chance would I want to keep those, unless it was for a video. Yeah, perhaps. What's that hole where the garden is in the mesh grill? That is clay. Like, I think it's clay. It's whatever substrate it's sat under the grill, keeping it moist. I mean, I put my thermometer in there and it was like 80%. Yeah, the greatest side with clay underneath is probably the correct side for fungus. Yeah. What a reveal on my face. Yeah, as the channel grows, no rush to do it. To be honest, I want to focus more on simulation videos, epic documentaries, or just epic videos overall, and I don't think you necessarily need to see much of a face, but I can give you guys a bit of a preview of one of the videos. So, one of the videos I'm working on right now, I don't know how good graphics this will be. So this is definitely my best ant video I am working on, and it also 100% cost me the most as well. So I had to pay a certain someone to be able to do this. Let me no, wrong. One sec.
This is part one of an epic documentary on the only mature ant colonies kept in captivity. I visited a friend that has built the most insane setup of the rarest and deadliest ant species. We will be diving into the true nature of deadly mature ant colonies, looking into how they hunt down live prey collectively, taking down redworms, superworms, and even giant.
I'm going back in for a second session where I do film a black giant cricket getting molested by bull ants. But this is if you give it a second, this is definitely I'll watch it. Make videos, please. Good, no big ant nest fans.
The giant red bull ant.
Yeah, so
The bull ant is rated the second highest most powerful sting.
yeah, so that's a taster of the epic documentary that I'm working on, and I mean, we're already at 5 minutes, and that's just for Mimisia gullosa. So there's like 6 or 7 really rare species of this collection that are recorded. 2 mature bull ant colonies. It might even turn into a 3-part epic documentary instead of a 2-part, but we will see how that turns out. 100%. So the video looks brilliant. Thanks, Adam. It's going to be epic. Thanks, Crafting Ant. Hopefully. Well, hopefully it will. Yeah, I've got a few videos that I'm hoping that will perform well. My best video is 20,000 views so far, and that was my third ever video simulating a honeypot ant colony for 100 days. So hopefully when I make the 1,000-day version in a year or so, I know that doesn't quite add up in maths for the days. Or for the content now, should be really good. Essentially, I think when a colony hits maturity, at that point, even if it only took 600 days, you can still class it as 1,000. The next ant holophil. Oh yeah, 100%. That's what we're working on. That's the goal. But why call it simulating? It's just trend. It's enticing to the mass audience. You know, you simulate it, and what it is that a viewer will click on it knowing that they're going to get a quickish development video of an ant colony going from day 1 to day 100 or day 1000. So that you could say it's clickbait, but it's not really clickbait, because I am simulating an ant colony over months, if not years, to film, to record, and that's like why a lot of my colonies are all at different stages and whatnot. But it could be worse. I could be buying a mature colony and then working backwards, as in segregating the queen, a few workers and a few brood, and then kind of recording that, and then, you know, adding everything in slowly until you've got all your footage. But that's not what a true ant keeper does. That's what your evergreen and doctor plants and stuff, they probably buy mature colonies and work backwards, presumably to make such viral content that they do, because they're not really true ant keepers. But I'm going to try and do it the organic route. It's real, right? Yeah, it's obviously real. It's, you know, you can literally see it right now. It's real. Let's move on to looking at the full lows. It's real, right? Want me to make merch for you? I actually already have a form of. I have merch to a certain degree. Not really, but kind of. I have a hoodie, which I'll be wearing at the next Ant Show UK in April or May or whenever it is. And then I do have a top as well. So got another big comment in the comments. Found colony is the best part. Yeah, exactly. Like, as a proper ant keeper, I can't really justify, you know, buying a mature colony just to make a video. Personally, you know, I'd rather patiently wait and just have a stupid amount of species on my hand. Currently I'm close to 30 species with everything that's in the wine cooler. I think there's like 15 or probably 15 in there. Like half are in the wine cooler and then like half are out, really. So, I mean, yeah. Should we have a look whether Niagara Synced is poking its head out again? No, I don't think it is. The cricket will definitely live another day for now. Yeah, founding colonies 100%. I agree with you, Adam. That's exactly what my Nicos were. A queen and a few workers from Antarctic, and here we are 2 years later at 6,000 workers. So yeah, I mean, like, it'll be the same probably with the Atta. Within a year or two they'll be at a stupendous size. But yes, we have red runners in this, and then we have crickets in this. There's more than what it looks. Obviously they all hide when you like bother them. And then we have, 1 second, tub of mealworms. When did you start streaming today? About literally within the last half an hour or so. Oh, and there is an ant show in the US. I'm from the UK, I don't know whether there is one in the US. I eat mealworms, bro. It's a bit strange, not gonna lie. I do have a Discord. Do you think I should start streaming every Sunday? Make it a consistent thing. Okay, we've got 2 people that say yeah. Definitely. How do I avoid not conflicting with the crafting ant though? That's the problem. So we finally have ant YouTubers streaming. Don't clash with other live. I know, Sadie, that's why I'm asking. I mean, on Sundays I always watch the crafting ant. Saturday is free. Is that it then? The crafting ant has Sundays, I have Saturdays. Is that what we're gonna have to compromise with? Mate, yeah. The problem is I don't have crazy amounts of time, and the weekends. Well, we'll have to do a schedule on this, because I literally need time to film pretty much every stage of all my colonies. So if you think about it, the bull ants. Currently, what I'm filming is each of the small ants HQ formicariums as they develop over time. So the Myrmecocysis mexicanus, Myrmecocysis placidops, the Myrmecocysis, whatever's left, is it Mendex or Navajo or whatever it's called, the harps. I'm trying to film pretty much all the development of it so that I can make a simulation, like I can focus on simulation videos. So eventually on my channel I'll have simulating a leafcutter ant colony for 100 days, simulating a honeypot colony for 100 days, which I've already got that one, simulating Carpenter for 1,000 days, already got that one, you know, simulating a bull ant colony for 100 days. I want to do all these simulations, which is just basically you guys get to see within 4 to 8 minutes or 4 to 12 minutes a colony go from, you know, a queen and a few workers, or just a queen, to how, you know, 100 day, roughly around 100 day, or roughly around 1,000 days, what that looks like over, you know, over time. So I would definitely need to create a bit of a schedule. Where are the ant shows in the US? No idea, I'm from the UK. Friday is free as long as Wakushi is not streaming. I've never seen Wakushi stream. Does he actually stream? Ant show feels like the perfect YouTube meetup. Yeah, the Ant Show UK was good when I went last time, and this time I'll be bringing the Nikos. 100% I'll be bringing the Nikos, so you'll be able to see this impressive Nico setup at the Ant Show UK. And then I'll also be bringing my simmies as well, which have 6 pupae, and she did lay 40 eggs, which a lot of them have turned into, well, some of them are starting to turn into larvae. As you can see, the red runners being feasted upon. So I don't know how many. Presumably there's only going to be like 20 that make it, if I'm lucky. So the Singularis is starting to do all right as well. A little pile of brood. You should have an extension option that has extra minutes of ant vids, or like a compilation. I will eventually have an extra channel, but like for the time being, I am way too small of a creator to have an extra channel. I need to make sure my main channel makes it, as in, you know, I'm aiming to be monetized, and then after I'm monetized, 10k subs, and then 100k subs. But realistically, I don't have enough time. Like, I have no idea how people have enough time to do extra channels unless they're doing it professionally and they're getting paid for it. And at that point, I'd 100% want to do that. But until then, I've got a 9 to 5 and various other things that I have to do. So main focus is just making epic documentaries, epic simulation videos, and scaling up my main channel. And then I will switch to an extra channel where it will be more for the proper ant lovers. But with still the main focus being the epic videos, of course, on the main channel. Yeah, it's great. Really enjoyed it this year. Looking forward. I love sings. Yeah, that makes sense. Wakushi quit. Can we do a collab? I got like 5 subs. I'm afraid not, man. You will need more than 5 subs. If you can make money doing what you love, is it really worth it, Lon? Not at all. But as you know, you almost made me quit, Sadie. I'm not gonna lie. But now I've just thought I've got nothing else better to be doing, so I may as well make it. I may as well risk it all and become the next Ants Canada. So that's the plan. I'm not too sure about the US ant shows. I'm from the UK, so I only really know what's in the UK. And you've got AntCon, and then you've got Ant Show UK. But I probably won't be going to AntCon next year, just the Ant Show UK, because it's closer. The Craft and Ant, I'd like that. That would be good. Once your setup gets here, my plan is, I think your setup's a bit bigger than this Wakushi one, so the plan is to move them across to that as well. But yeah, no, stream would be good. A joint stream. I didn't make you quit, I just told you the money isn't easy. Butter broken. If you want to send me what you have in mind, then that's you can do that for general merch for people, as in like proper customers. I haven't got that. I only have things for my, like a hoodie and a t-shirt for myself for when I go to Ant Show UK, or if I was to go back to AntCon, so then people know who I am, because you could probably recognise off voices and stuff, and maybe face if you're familiar, but it's always best to have some form of identification. And with Oliver quitting as well, I mean, look, like you've literally got at the minute Ants Canada, which isn't really doing. He's gone more generic, and I think as you scale up, that you probably have to do that. Ants Australia is back though, which is really good. You know, I absolutely loved his last video, the rattle ants. I've never seen that. I wish I could live in Australia, because it's just so unfair that, you know, he drives a few hours and he can get to these crazy rainforests with all these different species in, thousands of different species in, and us stuck in the UK with like literally 6 different species. No one can convince me there is more than 6 species in the UK. It might say 16 or 32. Does it say 32 or 60 or something? I do not believe it. You could never convince me. There is literally 6. I've gone everywhere. There is no more than 6 in the UK. It really is tragic. I could literally count it on 2 hands. We've got Myrmica rubra, right, the red ant, Lasius niger, right, which is your garden ant. You've got Lasius flavus, you've got Formica fusca, Formica rufa, and you might find some like acorn ant variation somewhere as well. What are we on? 6. If you got lucky, you could probably find some pavement ants or something. I don't know. There is literally, look, 6. There's your main 6, but you could get lucky and find some others. Nah, Sadie, no. There's, okay, yeah, you could say that there's, yeah, but like, even if there's more than 6, there's nothing interesting in the UK other than Formica rufa or the other variation. But like overall, I mean, it's pretty boring in the UK. Bog ants. There's like 2 ants I've never seen. How many subs? AntFlix is doing really well, growing fast. Thanks, Sadie. Yes, I'm already at 650 subscribers within only 2.5 or 3 months of posting my first ever long form video. So it's growing quick, and my third ever video has hit 20,000 views, and we need to get more like it. I am doing, so I'll just show you. So the one that did 20,000 views, I'm gonna do this simulating golden honeypot ants for 100 days, and I've been recording these probably over 100 days at this point. They're like just taking ages to get the repletes properly up. Once there's like 4 or 5 repletes fully full, hopefully within the next month or 2, at that point I can finish this video and get simulating a golden ant golden honeypot ant colony for 100 days. I'll get that out, and hopefully that also does 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, maybe even 100,000 views. Who knows? Well, that is the plan. That is definitely the plan. My phone is sat at 6% while charging for a very long time. I don't know whether it's going to die, I'm not going to lie. You do have a really cool species that we don't have in the northern region of the US. I mean, in the UK, you can buy pretty much anything, especially when you're in the groups with all the private sellers, which I am. You know, I also did get Niagara Cincta here for free, which usually would cost like 250 or 300 quid. But I will be doing a video for the private seller that provided me this for free. So absolutely buzzing about this species, dream species, 100%. A bit smaller than the simmies, but yes, his name is Ment. So I will be doing video. I'll be doing that. I'll be shouting him out on the simulating a bull ant colony for 100 days video, 100%. This time next year, you'll be a millionaire. No chance. Not with YouTube taking 45% of your AdSense and then UK taxes. I'd be in further poverty. All I've ever caught is just lacy Niger. That's what I mean, man. Like there is literally not a great deal in the UK. How many subs for a collab? If I was to consider a collab, I don't know. You'd even need to be like as part of like what I would call the subcom, which is like all your lower, like very known YouTubers, but ant YouTubers, but not really like on a mass scale. Like I don't know, like let's say Ants England. You know, a couple of thousand. That's where I am at the minute. That's what I'm entering. But obviously, hopefully, can scale up because I'm doing more ludicrous, ambitious videos or epic videos. Because that's what I want to go after. I want to go after scale. Whereas, yeah, the Craft and Ants England, Antimatters, Ants Horde. These are your subcom ant YouTubers that have, like, everyone knows them. They've been around for a very long time. They're really passionate about ants. They love ants, and they're great for learning from if you're really like you want to begin or you just get interested in ants. But for like epic stuff, and you like really I don't know, like the scaled YouTubers is Ants Holland, Ants Australia, Ants Canada, Lights Camera Ants. These are the ones where they've like managed to really scale up and make it more enticing to mass audience, which takes like a whole different skill of being cringe. Or you could go down the route of Ant Trek and everyone else, or Terra Green and Dr. Plants, where you clearly just buy colonies and fight them, which I don't really want to go down that route. Because I'm passionate about ants, but how I can make my content more enticing to mass audience, there will be an ethical boundary that I obviously have to cross. And for me, live feed is the boundary that I will cross, but not killing ants from each other. I mean, if you look at these videos and they do it so well, they, you know, like the Dr. Plants video for example, like the guy clearly bought a ant colony, a pavement ant colony and another ant colony, and he just put it on his windowsill and then said these neighbouring ants invaded my ant colony, and he obviously filmed the entire thing, and it's like 38 million views. But like, to us ant nerds, we know that he just bought those 2 mature colonies and then just fought them. It's as simple as that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, 100%. You could say nobody's got time for that. I'm trying to make time for it. Okay, well, I'll grant 1k subs. That's exactly what I'm doing. Flavors are amazing, so underrated. The fact they have more than one queen is brilliant. You know what? I do have flavors in my wine cooler, but they're in a test tube, so I don't even need to hydrate them, so you didn't even get to see them. I hate the ant war route. Yeah, I agree. The 7 colonies, 1 arena just made me switch off. Ants Canada still does it. Yeah, but the crafted ant, with what Ants Canada does now, it's justified. He has giant vivariums, and you close when you're you know, emulating the real world with a giant vivarium. It's kind of justified because you're going to have multiple ant colonies, most likely, so you can get away with it. You know, an ant war broke out in my giant vivarium. It's like you've got a giant vivarium, you're probably going to have multiple species, and it's fair enough. But when you just literally get 2 colonies and connect them together without a story, man, you're going to get a lot of people hate on you. You won't watch them, same as dogfighting. Yeah, it's why I love Leaf Cutters. Amazing feeding moments without the death. I am in the UK Ant chat as an admin, yes. Jacob, for some reason, decided to give me admin. He expects me to do things, but I can guarantee I am not going to do anything. Yeah, but saying it got invaded, nah, yeah, exactly. Look, look, you know, we've got to entertain people at the end of the day. There's an ethical boundary. If you don't cross the ethical boundary, you'll stay in the subcom in my eyes, to a certain degree. Now, you can cross the ethical boundary, but you have to do it in the most professional, you know, non-obvious or human error approach, and then it's justified. Now, if you just said, I got this ant colony, I've got this ant colony, and I, like, caused the war, people will be like, you know, what the hell? But if you said, oh, this colony, you know, on my windowsill got into my main colony and the war broke out, or, you know, I've got a giant vivarium and there's like 3 or 4 different species in there and a war broke out, or, you know, there's just clever ways you can do it. It doesn't bother me. Feeder insects dying, it's when it's out of proportion to the colonies and drag out slowly. Yeah, dogs as action. Yeah, but saying definitely not the same, as I see dogs as actually conscious beings with feelings compared to ants. Of course, they're not going for views instead of enjoying the hobby. Yeah, it's a difficult one because essentially animal cruelty, the concept of animal cruelty only applies if you subjectively or perhaps objectively have, you know, emotional connotations towards whatever that may be. You know, with dogs, I love my dog, so obviously if someone was to abuse it, like, to me that's animal cruelty. But, you know, what's the difference between a cricket and an ant, other than I am objectively trying to keep the ants alive, so that's the reason why I wouldn't, you know, go and harm them. Now, if I saw an ant die, or it's, you know, does it upset me? Or not so much, unless I've spent a good amount of money and it's a queen ant. Is more the fascination of their behaviours and the ambition of getting them to succeed. You know, the founding stage to scaling them up, is that's what's so fun about ant keeping. So did you see my big comment? No, what was that? Coscina blocks. What was you gonna name? What was your name on it? I can't tell you that because I'll be doxing myself, I'm afraid. Also, finance is cruel. I find it hard to choose between my ants or my dog. If you keep something as a pet, you're responsible to care for it. Yeah, but there's a pet, and then there's keeping. I don't know. It's a tough one, but it's like, you know, unless you're like vegan, it's really hard for you to sit and say about anything about animal cruelty, because if you give, it's like we give emotional connection to a dog, but we'll gladly kill thousands and thousands and millions of cows. So I don't know, like, for me, I mean, if someone came in and killed all my ants, I would probably be upset, but that's more the fact that I've spent lots, and, you know, I spent thousands of pounds on my setup and all these different species, and it takes time to do it all. So thin lines, yes, 100%. Answer pets. Yeah, maybe to you, Sadie. No, they are. They're pets. They're pets. They're just, yeah. Ants are pets. Feed is the food. Yeah, but what's the difference? Is it because one's a predator and one's prey? Do you know what I mean? They're both insects to a certain degree. This is getting deep, yeah. I think this chat is biased. Yeah, it definitely is. So what else? What else can I show you? I'm trying to think what else I can show you really. I mean, we've got the triple monitor setup here for making great quality videos. The Nikos are looking like they're ready to go for another explosion. Now you're probably wondering where all the pupae is, because there isn't really any in these ones, but that's because I have a mat here and the pupae are all under there, and a lot of pupae gets put in there. So yeah, and then we've got adamants, formicarium, and here with harps. So yeah, I mean, like, a lot of my colonies are in like early stages, which is quite a patience game, but obviously my sanctus have done really well, and yeah, they've scaled up nicely. Same with my my subs here. And yeah, these Ballants are definitely my favourite, I'm not gonna lie. They're just vicious. I definitely want to get trap jaws again. I know what I did wrong last time. No substrate equates to not a good time for trap jaws. Yeah, at this point, Sadie, then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a medium, that, and that. And if you think about it, because of how expensive AntFlix is, Sadie, you've literally got 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 300. But I think they're like 55 at this point, so like a good 300 quid. I mean, these are 55. Like, I've spent a lot on this setup, so I've definitely funded a month's worth of wages for you, Sadie. Jesus, houndiness. Yo, gang, what's good? Yo, C. Kurg, I don't even know his name. Ant Overlord, I'd cry over my actual pets instead of ants. I'd gotta go see a chat. See a cos, Cena blocks. What was your name on WhatsApp? That's a secret. I've gotta get myself some Gen 4 I've always wanted to get. Yes, I'm a bigger fan. I'm not gonna lie, and Sadie's not gonna like me saying this, but I am a huge fan of ant farm supplies at this point. It's cheaper, and it just, I don't know, the aesthetic is really nice. But I do have 5 tar heel nests coming from Canada, which I spent like 460 quid, because the shipping fee was like 80 quid alone, and I can't wait to use those because they are like the best from what I've seen. And I would definitely be doing my 1,000-day honeypot video in the tar heel ones. I've got 3 of the normal size ones. I've got a large and then an extra large as well, and a bit of kind of a little secret, but 3 of them are glow in the dark, so that will look incredible for YouTube. That will. Gen 4 looks good, but I don't know. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Are those all separate or one big colony? One big colony. Kazan's gypsum are for the win for me. Yeah, I mean, the way I'm looking at it now is, yeah, no, I really like Ant Farm supplies, and then Wakushi and AntFlix are kind of second place. But like, yeah, Ants HQ, like these are really good. I think he just resells these. But yeah, when Tar Heel comes, I'm really looking forward to those. So guys, I'm probably going to stream till 9:30, and then I need to kind of do some more editing, feed. Oh, I could do some feeding now actually. One sec, let me get this a bit bigger so you guys can see one of my colonies get fed. Right. You're nearly as tall as you need to be. So we'll do the subs. Actually, we'll do the Sanctus, shall we? Sorry it's shaking. Cos ants are the best. What are you doing on the sack because I got to school tomorrow? How long have you been doing the hobby? I've been doing it for on and off for 5 years, nearly 6 now. I have been doing it for the last 2.5 years seriously, like properly, but before that I have been interested in ants for over a decade and been on and off for over a decade as well. When I was in my teens I kind of didn't do it as well as I could and got distracted and had many failures, and especially with hibernation, not understanding how that works properly, but now it's yeah, it's going well, you could say. So we're going to be feeding some mealworms. Adult money and ant keeping is dangerous. Yes, I agree. As someone that spent probably getting close to 10 grand within just a kind of year and a half, I definitely concur. So you can see what I do, which is essentially, wait, hold on. Sadie, if anyone asks you what you do for a job, do you just say, I snip mealworms, 1,000 mealworms a day? Is that what you tell people? I just brought trapjaws. My bank account is recovering. How many species are you at now, Sadie? I bet you're at getting close to where I am. I mean, I'm at 27 or 28. But I actually had a bit of a tragedy. I'm not gonna lie. So this is wait, can you see? Yeah, how zoomed in is this? Well, I had a honeypot queen die recently from Ants HQ, and it actually pretty tragic. I went away for a day at work, stopped away, came back, and the queen had died, but the colony was completely fine, and I was a bit like, okay, probably shocked though, because I did rush them into the nanoform aquarium quite quickly, because I obviously just wanted to get some good footage. See you later, Hubberlocks. How many are you gonna try? Oh my gosh. You're going to try the crafting ant setup? Yeah, when it arrives. It hasn't arrived yet. I think it's arriving the week commencing now. Say I work with crazy people. More than you. I have too many. So when I was a kid, I'd visit Texas a lot. Can you guys see those? Right, they're getting tucked into those mealworms. Can I show you my t-shirt idea now? Yeah, you can. Send me a message on TikTok or Instagram. So when I was a kid, I'd visit Texas a lot for family. They had these red ants that built large mounds. It's possible to keep red fire ants from Texas in a setup here in Ohio. I'm not from America, so I'm not 100% sure, but theoretically you could keep fire ants. Postal Service is saying Tuesday. Yes, that'll be good. That shall be good. I have a funny feeling that with me having Atta mexicanus, which is like one of the fastest growing leaf cutter species, I think they might be a bit slow at first, but then they can scale really out of control. People in the chat were saying that they can literally cut an entire tree within 4 hours and then move on to the next when they hit the millions. So I have a funny feeling I'll need plenty of formicariums soon. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what we can do, Crafted Ant? I do have someone else interested in providing a proper setup for the leaf cutters as I do the video. I mean, obviously I'm going to do 2 videos. One video is the 100-day video and the second video is the 1000-day video. And I haven't decided on what kind of pods and all that, because I haven't looked at the options yet, because we're very in the infancy, but definitely got a couple of suppliers interested in doing that, which is a good thing, because I know it can be ridiculously expensive to buy bloody leaf cutter setups, but I just need to do a good first video, to be honest, and then see what we can do from there. The video really needs to be entertaining. Texas is very high. Mine Tuesday too. I love those simulation bits. Thank you, Toledo. I can't even pronounce your name. Some of these usernames. What's your thoughts on breeding ant queens in captivity? I think it's fine, as long as, yeah, I think it's fine, and you get a lot of people doing it now, and I think it's probably the future. I mean, if the UK laws get any stricter, and they can't get decent diversity of ants into the country for people like me, then you're kind of left with captive inbreeding. But right, we're getting close to, I don't even know how many feed the Sanctus, how many these days. They're getting quite big, so I'll try and do quite a few, and then I mix up with some crickets as well, or Murray worms. But today we shall be doing the red runner instead. The red runner is kind of still alive, even though I'm pretty sure I've tried to snip it. Love those, yeah. So the simulation videos is what I want to be best at. I want my channel, I want it to be a library of every genus of simulation videos. So if you wanted to know what it would look like to see leaf cutters over 100 days or 1000 days, you come to my channel. But if you're curiosity and you want to know how trap jaws would look like from day 1 to day 100, then yeah, that's what I want to do, want to focus on. And epic documentary as well. I've recently visited a friend. I had to pay him to record his 2 mature bull ant colonies, so shows the commitment that I'm going for, really. Most species are possible to capture breed. Antkeeper video on it was quite impressive. Antkeeper's video on it was, yeah, what species was he reading? I want to like the Sanctus are going kind of crazy on this Red Runner. I'm gonna end the stream soon, but I think next week I'll do. Oh God, I'll do another stream, and I'll do it on Saturday, and I'll do it like for two hours between like, I don't know, between 8 and 10, something like that. 2 hours feeding session, hydration session, and I'll have some music on in the background, and I'll do it off this phone, so there's no lag. Because the first 20 minutes of the stream, like it was just lagging like crazy or like disconnecting. Wasn't. But guys, if you guys haven't seen the latest Jordan Dean video or Ants Australia, I'd definitely go watch it, because it was absolutely amazing to see the Weaver rattle ants, like, you know, make some rattle noise on leaves. That was amazing to watch. Definitely go watch it, guys. But yeah, I need to, I've been told to avoid doing my streams the same time as you, Craft and Ant, because you do yours on a Sunday, and I'm not meant to take your viewers, apparently. So yeah, next stream, I mean, I had between 10 and 15 viewers this stream, which was good, but next weekend's stream I will do for 2 hours, and there'll be music in the background, and yeah, I'll do feed. I will show the Nikos next time on how quickly they destroy everything. It's very impressive to watch, I'm not gonna lie. They absolutely destroy everything. 7 PM till 9ish UK time on a Sunday. More Thunder, Alexander. Your channel is growing like crazy. Keep it up. Thanks, man. If you want to get more people in the hobby, better to not do it at the same time. Well, Craftham, we could do next Sunday. We could do the joint stream, and I'll do one on. I don't know whether I'm doing something Saturday. I might be doing something with the missus. But definitely next Sunday between 7 and 9 PM UK time, we can do a joint stream if you want. I don't even know how that works. Well, actually I do, because I used to do TikTok debating, as cringe as that is, so I do know roughly how it works, but I don't know how it works for YouTube, that is. I'd rather it be different time so I can watch both. Yeah, I mean, I'll take Saturdays for sure, but when you next do your Sunday stream, the Craft and Ant, I'd be happy to join and show some feeding and some stuff. I love a live stream. I do as well. Can't go wrong with a live stream, can you, Sadie? I would come to AntCon, but it's like 3 hours travel to Wales, and I don't know what it was, but I think your AntCon's too orientated to kids, which I understand, whereas the Ant Show UK just seemed a bit more generalised, and it was closer, so I'm biased there. It was only like an hour's drive, which was absolutely perfect. Not 3 hours, but I mean, I stayed over last time, and it was in a cabin in a hot tub, so it was a good weekend. But yeah, you should have mingled more. Yeah, I'm tempted, because I can come see you and Sam and whoever else goes to the pub after, but I don't want to leave the missus like by herself, so do you know what I mean? That's why I kind of dipped fairly early. I do all the shows. Bring her. No, she's not. Nah. She would say that there's too much autism going on in this room. That includes me, by the way. Which is not wrong, to be honest. Oh no. Oh well, I'm gonna have to kill that. I was literally mid-snipping it and it just fell off. Oh well. I think these are getting to a decent size where they'll generally, hopefully, hunt it down. I mean, they swarm. I don't know whether I've researched this species, but they've got no brood at all. Presumably because they are in some form of diapause, but saying that they're just so active. Oh gosh, they're destroying it. Oh, and behind the water tower, can't even see anything. I don't want too much epicness. Right, anyway, guys, it's been a pleasure. Next Sunday, I'll message me after the Crafting Ant and we'll do a joint collab. And then Saturday, I'll stream for an hour or two as well. Thank you, guys. See you on the next one.